Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'm going to do a video breaking down what I've been doing with the Tampa 2 defense out of the 4-3. Now, I feel like I have broken down some 4-3 normal Tampa 2, definitely some 4-3 wide Tampa 2 at some point during the year, but this is kind of an update to it. This is how I'm doing it right now in December, so I think this is a good thing to take a look at. So I'm going to use, here it is, I've already got it up, the Tampa 2 out of the 4-3 normal, and we will do a random play against us here. So, you know, you can see that basic play art right there. Now, the thing about this mid-read that we see right there in the middle of the field is it does a pretty good job against deep balls. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still get beat over top, but compared to last year where you 100% had to put it in a deep blue, you don't have to this year. You should, if you think your opponent's going to go up, okay, like right this here, see what I'm seeing right here, this could be crossers against an online opponent if they've got this setup right here, this tight end offset or whatever. So like, that's something to consider in this situation. So in that case, then I would put him into a deep blue there, and I would spread out my my safeties a little bit just to give them a little bit more room to play outside, because that's a problem too, I think, with the Tampa 2. You can get beat over top of those cloud flats outside, so it's a good idea to move your safeties a little bit closer to the sidelines so that they will just play those balls a bit better. That's what I've found, making that adjustment. So what I tend to do is, in this situation, I would leave these two yellow hook zones that I have on the field. I would leave them out there and maybe even spy my end, depending on how the game is going, how I want to be bringing pressure. If the opponent might have a mobile QB and they're going to run on me, all these things I'm factoring in on how I'm going to set this up. But this right here is a pretty typical look of how I might set it up, and I might just shift the line over there now just because we have those three guys rushing, and I might, you know, just change the point of attack to the other direction. Slant left instead now, and I have to put him back in the spy. And then the last thing that I'll do is I'll move my user usually right over to this side in between these guys in the C gap here, and then I'll run him over to that side of the field where his hook zone is supposed to be playing. Just kind of looking over top there, cut back down that, and see if he makes, ooh, I whiffed big time on that hit, but you know, then he's got nothing there pretty much. He's got to check it down to the flats. And if you notice your opponent's doing that a lot, then you can start to put that side or both sides, those clouds, turn them into hard flats to play those underneath a bit better. Okay, so here I'm going to show you a slightly different setup. I'm going to pinch the line. I'm not going to put my middle linebacker, that mid-read, into a deep blue. I'm going to shift the linebackers to the right, and I'm going to blitz that left outside linebacker, the A icon there over his head. So now I've got him sending pressure from that side, and then I'm going to move my user right over here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be usering over to that left side of the field where Rice is. I'm hoping to basically get right over to the seam over there. If he does quick pass over to him, I should be able to just hit that Y button and get to it, and then see, he tries to go up to the seam the other side there, and we're able to quickly click onto that safety, and he's going to make the play there. So you can see you get great coverage, had a lot of pressure coming in quickly. Likewise, okay, let's say you were worried about that deep pass. You can use the same setup, pinch that line, shift the linebackers over to that side. Oh, see where it didn't go. So I'm going to manually move him in there and blitz him, get him a little bit closer. And then I'm going to move the safeties outside and have that deep blue on the field, and then switch that outside end, that right end, into a little hook zone at the end there. So he's going to cover over to that side. I'm going to cover over to the right side with my user and just move him over to this side. So you see here against the bunch, I'm going to be looking basically where the blitzing linebacker, I'm going to be going over where he is and then up the seam covering basically. So, but first I'm just going to hover over the line here, try to draw in a little bit more of the blockers, and then before I'm going to go and user up here. Oh, I just missed it. I had a lot of responsibility there, but I feel like I had a good chance of playing that ball in those three routes. Okay, again, I'm going to pinch the line, shift the linebacker over, kind of just adjust him in. See, we got that set up, and then we'll just move our user over to the line here. See, See if we can get some quick pressure. Also, this should stop the run. I'm not too worried with that. Stand underneath this time. Get a little play action. Boom. See? We lurked that right over the middle of the field. So this Tampa 2, really solid. I like to use it a lot. Like I said, the one place you have to be careful is because of that cloud flat. They can get over there, right? If you have people can flood you on that side. It's pretty balanced defense, so if they do overload you on one side, if you don't have a good user, maybe you send too much pressure, maybe the spy's not there to make the play, all of these things can be this play. Like any play, it has weaknesses that you have to be aware of, because someone can, I don't know, put like an out route with a streak and then like a little underneath, and boom, you can probably find one of those reads open against this. As soon as he crosses the cloud flat, you can probably hit the streak. If the cloud flat follows the streak, then you can go underneath. You can give options to flood one side, so you have to be aware of that and adjusting to what your opponent does. But let's take a look at some of the gameplay footage that I have set up here. All right, taking a look at the gameplay footage, we see here, dropping back, pressure gets in there, he shakes one tackle, second man gets in, he can't shake that blitz though. Again, here in the red zone, I see I got that spy looking right over the middle, my user shutting down everything else. And yeah, the pressure gets in there, we get another sack. See a deep blue over the middle on this play, doing a great job covering over the middle, and you see that deep blue does a great job jumping in there, swatting that ball down. Again, opponent's dropping back, got a lot of time, tries to put one in there, and again, we're knocking that ball down. That deep blue is doing a great job on the safety seat, getting over to that side, able to make the play. See again here, he's trying to get over top of that cloud flat, and he's not able to do it when the safety does. I think that little bit of a shift helps him get over there, make the play on the ball, and the cloud flat got in to make the pick. Here again, he's got a lot of time, but you know what I mean? That safety's going to do a great job. I click on, make the play on that deep ball right over the middle. Sean Taylor getting that job done. Here again, I see my user kind of moving over to hover the line, and see I'm moving everybody in a little bit closer, blitzing that outside linebacker, and who I had the spy. Little spy pick coming in there over the top. That's the LT I have in that spy spot usually. See here, right, like I was talking about, crossers coming over top. I'm able to click on and make the play there and basically make that pick too. I think it was the guy I clicked onto who got the pick. The little tip drill coming up big on that one. Here he's got a roll out from the end zone, forces a pass right at the cloud flat, backing up, gonna make a play on that ball. Here again, see the blitzers coming in. Heat coming in off the edge. He's got to make a throw. He makes a bad read. That cloud flat again is going to pick it off. He's only got his QB. Spin move, shake him loose, and then we got a pick six. So this play has been really, really successful for me. So he gets into the end zone. I've been able to get a lot of picks with it, get decent pressure with it as well. You do have to be mindful of how your opponent is seeing this play. If you're using it too much, they might find those weaknesses. Like we saw there some in the gameplay footage, some shutdowns of those fades coming out over the cloud. But there's a lot of times when my opponent does send that fade up top, and the safety won't get over there. So you have to be aware there. A lot of times you can get some big chunk yardage against you when they do fit it in, so it's not the play that I like. I don't like to use this play if someone is like spamming halfback wheel against me, that's for sure. But someone who might run the ball, is mixing in some different offense, this is a good defensive play that you can use to shut it down. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. I've been Time Bomb. You guys have been awesome. I'll catch you later.